everybody. Today I'm going to be making the Sith helmet from the Acolyte TV show. This is a really, at least I think, a really cool helmet design, and I had a lot of fun making it, so let's get started. As per usual, I'm going to be 3D printing it. Originally I was going to try and find a free file, but I guess because the show is so new, there was no free files yet, and so I ended up finding this file, which cost a little bit of money, but it was such a good print. I will also be using my brand new Elegoo Neptune 3 Max. This is a huge printer. I've really enjoyed printing off it so far. And basically with this, instead of having to print it into small pieces, my small Ender 3, I can just print it off in one shot. Which, a little stuck to the bed, still working out the kinks, but worked really well for this helmet. I still had to print it off into pieces to put together later, but there are all the pieces ready for sanding. And you see right here, I actually ran out of filament, and it's really cool. You can see where I had to change the filament on that line there. So let's get the sanding. Whoops. You need to hang on to it a little bit better. Now we got the basic sanding out of the way, it's time to use a finer grit sandpaper. Part of the files for the helmet was also this gauntlet. He only wears one of them, and I printed it out, and I'm going to do the same sanding process with it. With everything sanded now, it's time to get the priming. I'm gonna use my trusty old 2-in-1 filler sandable primer. Love this stuff, covers up everything. Next, I'm going to give it all a base coat of black, but I'm going to use this special paint, which kind of gives it more of a textured look. Reason being is to try to make it look more like hammered metal. And eventually I'll go over this paint with some more metallic paints. What I like to do with metallic paints is to have a base coat of black. I don't know why, but for some reason when the metallic colors have a base coat of black, they just look better. And especially with this kind of paint, get that crackle look to make it look like hammered metal. Well, looks like I just had just enough to paint everything with one coat, but that should be fine. Next, I'm just going to paint the teeth with this stainless steel paint. It's originally designed for cars, so it's automotive paint, so it gives it that more metallic steel look. Lastly, I'm going to paint the rest of it with this chestnut, it's hard to see with the glare, but this chestnut bronzish color. Now it's all painted, and I like how the color came out. However, it looks a little too bright, a little too shiny for me, at least to my eye. So what I ended up doing is I took some of this like modeling paint. It's kind of like a dark gray, and I'm just going to dry brush some dark gray all over it to make it a little bit darker. Well, I'm running low on that too. Come on. Come on, you can get a little out of there. That should be enough to cover the whole helmet. you can start to see that it's already making that bronze's color a little bit darker and making it more, at least in my opinion, make it more look like a worn metal rather than just brand new bronze. Now it's starting to look like a thing. Last step is to use my favorite material, hot glue, and glue all the pieces together. Looks like someone needed attention. Little attention needy thing. Whoops. That was totally not plugged in, right? Don't want to burn the cat. So needy. Love you, bud, but we don't want to hurt you. Looking good to me. Now it's all together. The last step is to add some weathering to it. For the weathering, what I end up doing is in all those cracks and crevices, I'm just gonna take some silver paint and paint along those cracks and crevices. And I'm also gonna dry brush the edges to make it look worn. Now that is done, we can now complete the rule of 2.